When I was in middle school, there were a lot of fads going around. No, not like that. Not yet. One of the most popular trends happening at the time when I was in school was Truth or Dare. Now, Truth or Dare is a fairly simple and universally understood game. If you aren't aware of how the rules work, one person asks another, Truth or Dare, to which that person will pick one of the two options. If they pick Truth, they are asked a question and must answer truthfully, and if they pick Dare, they must perform an action given to them by that person. And the rules are loose and people chicken out all the time. Nobody's ever been killed for not doing a dare. Fast forward a couple of months, I was invited to go to a girls' night out party held by a rival school, ironically by the girl I liked. Now, I didn't really understand the concept of a girls' night out party at the time. It was more of a girls' appreciation night than anything. It was a normal party with a dance floor, nothing illegal like alcohol was served. It was fun. I actually got a lot closer to my crush that night. Important note, my crush's best friend, Gracie, came to the party with her. I didn't know Gracie too well, but we were previously acquainted. And in the underground network of gossiping that is middle school, kids made it very clear to me that she had a thing for me. However, I wasn't really interested because I liked somebody else. But she made a huge effort to talk to me that night, and despite me having a great time with my crush, Gracie came up to me at the end of the night and kissed me on the cheek. Now, this came as quite a shock to me. I've never had a kiss at this point yet. I've never kissed a girl. And I guess I still hadn't because she kissed me on the cheek. It was a weird thought. Was that my first kiss or not because I didn't kiss her back? When does something constitute as a kiss? Is it if a girl comes up to you and kisses you on the cheek? Is it when you're introducing yourself and some Turkish dude kisses you on your hand? Is it when your mom awkwardly kisses you on the lips in front of your friends? Or does it have to be when you make full lip contact with another person? At what point does something become a kiss? My own two lips are always in full contact with each other since I was born. Now, you're gonna hate me for this. You know how a lot of people say you're never aware of yourself breathing, or your tongue is in your mouth, or you're blinking, or that you can see your nose at all times, but your brain edits that part out so it's not obstructing your vision throughout the day? If lips are one of the most sensitive parts of our body, you'd think that you know you're kissing yourself at all times. Back to the situation at hand. She pecked my cheek and ran back to her group giggling. And yeah, I knew she got dared too. But ever since then, people have been shipping us pretty heavily. And I got infatuated. We began to talk more and more over the coming weeks until that day. I still consider this to date the absolute most awkward experience I've ever had in my entire life. Maybe. We were talking one night on our home phones. Babies weren't born with cell phones back then, by the way. And towards the end of our conversation, we played Truth or Dare. It was a common thing between us. The way the game progressed, it was inching towards relationships, and I asked the stupidest question I could have ever asked in any game of Truth or Dare, ever. I said, word for word, do you want to go out with me? Now, I know what you're thinking. Actually, no, I don't. I can't even imagine what she was thinking. But in retrospect, it does sound pretty smooth, if getting into a relationship with her was my intent. I asked it purely out of curiosity, wondering if she was interested in dating me, not for her to actually be my girlfriend. And I thought, what better way to ask than through this game that I've been playing with this girl for the last couple of weeks? Yeah, asking someone out now, I feel like the line, do you want to go out with me, just doesn't cut it anymore. I use that phrase very literally with my friends when I'm going to Walmart at 3 a.m. in the morning. Hey, I'm going to Walmart, you want to go out with me? No. And even in the sense that somebody uses it with a person that they are potentially interested in, it doesn't really sound like anything more than a social date and could leave some people confused of where their relationship stands. And that's just awkward. Just say, will you be my, whatever gender your love interest is not offended by, friend? Anyways, taking it in context with the way the game has progressed in the most figurative way, she said yes. And after an awkward pause, she followed up with, so, are we like boyfriend and girlfriend now? The question left me aghast. I knew at that point that I fucked up, and I know I put myself there for being unclear. Shame on you, John. I didn't know what to say, but I knew that I couldn't just leave it hanging. Hesitantly, I said yes. And if you think that that situation couldn't get any more awkward, after what felt like an eternity of awkward pausing and trading one-word responses, she ended it with I love you and hung up immediately. God, the cringe is killing me, I'm so sorry. I've never felt more confused. I still liked her best friend, but had no idea if she liked me back. And with all the pressure of people shipping me and Gracie together, I felt like the best thing to do was just to go with it and hope that I made the right decision. Keep in mind, this was my first relationship ever. Man, you stupid. Ironically, the other girl ended up dating a guy who had the same name and haircut as me after our relationship became public. Yeah, still don't know if that was coincidence. Our relationship quickly became stale and wasn't anything more than a couple of kids infatuated over each other because of a game. On top of that, we went to different schools, so seeing each other was nearly impossible. That relationship did not go well. And like many first relationships, it crashed and burned. Pretty much ended as quickly as it started. Moral of the story, don't be dumb like me.